Hey everybody, welcome back to
Hey!
Spaceball.
Daniel, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you hype? Are you here? Are you with it, dude?
Dude, the Phillies just lost.
Dude,
I'm so excited.
bang your trash cans. Bang your trash cans
I don't
because
have a trash can. I think I actually just got mine's outside.
2021, the first series, Yankees Astros, Yankees win 2-1. Fuck yeah. Love it.
Yeah, dude.
Big.
Hey, you know what? Can I just say, I hate the Yankees fandom, and you know this.
Yes, of course.
But the chants in the Yankee Stadium have been nuts this year. What the fuck? They were chanting "fuck Altuve" at the Washington game.
I know, dude. Some of that shit, I'm just like, go off, King. I don't care.
Yeah, I feel like even the people from the Nats who are out of towners are like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Well, that's the thing that's so crazy is what's funny is if you go on r/baseball and just look for a moment, week to week, this year especially, it's always just and the Yankees crowd is always vocal. A lot of people were just imagine 50K. Imagine 50K.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah. Full stadium.
I mean, the only thing that I can really put as an equivalency is when I went to WrestleMania 33 in 2017, and that was the year that Roman Reigns retired The Undertaker. And dude, rabid. I'll send you the video, but at the end of that whole thing,
I've seen that video.
Yeah, no, where we're all just go home, fuck you. Dude, it lasts for 8 minutes. Dude doesn't say shit. And when he picks up a mic and says it's my yard now, we all just lose it. That was what that game was. But for me,
big dogs gotta eat.
Big dogs gotta eat. Big dog eats my ass. There's a clip where Michael Cole, somebody was this was when Roman Reigns was relatively new, and he was just he was a bad guy with the shield, and he's like, big dogs gotta eat, and they were just on the commentary, and they're all just beating the shit out of him. Big dog eats my ass.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's so funny. But yeah, no, man. Yankees fandom. I will say, Yankees fans, listen to me. Come in here real quick. Come in. You don't get to say racist chants and then call other people a racist. I'm just gonna say it. You're right. Yuli Gurriel is racist for doing that shit that he did at the 2017 World Series. It's still bad. Don't be racist.
My thing is that it's you're yeah, we're calling Yuli a racist. It's you guys were not only racist too, but you were racist more recently.
To a Gurriel.
Yeah.
It was to Lourdes Gurriel, and it was about a green card, and I'm pretty sure he's from America.
No, they're Cuban, I think.
Are they are they brothers? Lourdes and Yuli?
Yeah,
okay,
they're brothers.
Okay.
But,
I wasn't aware.
Get a green card. What the fuck are they talking about? He plays for a Canadian baseball team.
Yeah, yeah, I dude, yeah. But no, I mean the fans were electric. It was a lot of fun. Excuse me. Jose Altuve is while he is a nice guy, you take out all of the shit, you take out the cheating and whatnot. For all intents and purposes, he's a liar and he's a cheater, but he's, at least how he carries himself, a nice guy. Dude had villain status when he hit that 3-run home run on game 3. I'll tell you that right now. But dude looked like shit for the first 2 games, and I mean, not shocked, but man, whew. I loved watching that game to where for game 1, Alex Bregman hit that home run, and then he was just in the dugout after he hit it. It was the first inning. And then after that, the Yankees just didn't let up at all. It felt fucking great. Again, it's only May, but everybody had that fucking those games circled on their calendar for sure. If they didn't have it circled, they went on r/baseball to see all of the fucking ridiculous shit that the Yankees were chanting at that point. Fuck your birthday, hilarious. Cannot believe that.
That was pretty funny.
Oh, and that's what's so funny is Michael K is on there, and he's like, oh man, some of these things you couldn't say in church. These guys are getting a little salty. And it's like, it was just funny. And I mean, it's not like DJ LeMahieu said, it's not going away anytime soon, man. At least for these players.
Do you think we can get the Pope to a baseball game? Things that you couldn't say in church. I want to know if I said, do you think we can get the Pope to a baseball game?
You know what? It would be kind of sweet.
I think that it'd be funny because it'd be like, yeah, who's gonna chant in front of the Pope, right?
Well, I mean, I probably would. I don't really have a issue one way or the other.
I just feel like you would. I
feel like I'd be respectful.
You'd tone it back a little bit. Not saying that you wouldn't still, but like, you gonna be racist in front of the Pope?
Oh, like, I mean, I'm not gonna be racist anyway. But
all right. I have a friend named Blaze. Sorry, that one was for me, audience.
That was just
home.
For him. Yeah. He measures that in jokes too.
Whatever. I'm editing myself talking about my small penis in the podcast too. So whatever. Fuck it at this point.
Oh.
That's our lead in this week.
How have you been, Dan?
Anyway, if the Pope was there, I wouldn't talk about how small my penis is my point. I wouldn't be in the stands of Citizens Bank Park being like, my dick is small. Dun, 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 dun.
Don't ever do that as a chant.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then Bryce Harper turns around. It's small. It's
he gets ejected somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
Oh my gosh, man.
Said Acuna's dick is small. No, it's Acuna. Acuna's dick is small.
It's Acuna, sir.
Yeah,
oh man.
King shit.
King shit, dude. Oh god. I love baseball.
Oh, it's all right.
It's okay.
Yeah, dude, baseball, I'll be honest, hey, look, audience, this is the least amount of baseball I've watched in probably 2 years. I did not watch a ton of baseball this week. I mostly was like looking at box scores while I was working on stuff.
Listen, but viewers, listeners, we get busy sometimes.
Yes, and actually you should know that neither of us even really like baseball.
We just like each other, and we wanted a reason to have this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, we really just love all like 7 of our viewers who are really interested in watching us talk about baseball. You know, I'm doing it for the fans.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, some fun things that happened this week. We almost had 2 no-hitters, and then they both went away.
What? They didn't both go away. Cincinnati Reds had a no-hitter last night.
Dude. Wait, what? No, they didn't.
Yeah, they sure did. Cincinnati Reds no-hit the Cleveland Indians.
Did they really?
Absolutely.
I didn't even hear about that.
Wade Miley, no-hitter last night.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
I saw there was another one that
in the A's in Tampa Bay.
The A's had one, out into the 8th inning. I didn't realize that there was another one. There was another no-hitter into the 7th on Monday, I think.
That sounds right. But I didn't even know there was one last night. Well, what do you know? Hey, congrats to the Reds. Yeah. It's their first one in I mean, dude. We haven't even John Means. There were two.
I thought we talked about John Means last week. Was that not the end of last week? That was the end of last week.
I don't think so. Was it?
I am almost positive we talked about.
No, it wasn't.
John
it was
Means.
Tuesday. It was Tuesday because the Astros, because I was talking about it with my buddy while I was it was either Tuesday or Wednesday, but either way. Definitely happened this week.
Okay, well then...
You actually brought it up to me because they played the Mariners.
Maybe that's why I thought we talked about it on the podcast, just because I put it in the Discord.
Yeah, because basically how I understood this, and I was so proud of myself, is and I think I mentioned this to you, You said I'm really sad that the Mariners got no hit, but I think like something along the lines of like at least Baltimore got.
Oh, got a no hitter, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you said it's John Means.
Yes, and the thing is, I didn't even look up who it was who pitched or anything. I was like, if there's one guy who this would be, it's gonna be John Means on that team. I swear. Like, I mean, that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, as far as I know, Aaron Nola hasn't had a no hitter. Garrett Cole hasn't had a no hitter.
Aaron Nola didn't even pitch a complete game until I think this year.
Yeah, so like that's more so what I mean is just that like pitching a no hitter doesn't inherently mean that you are like the greatest pitcher of all time or anything. But for some reason in my bones, I was like, I feel like it's gonna be John Means. And truth be told, dude, insane that I've never. We'll talk about it in our middle segment, but man, I've never liked the drop strike rule. I think it's so fucking stupid.
I was going to say, you know what this relates to the conversation we were having before we started recording, which was in Hall of Fame voting, what is something they would hold against somebody? And one of them absolutely would be like, oh, yeah, he has an ERA of 0.005, but he never actually threw a no-hitter. And it's like,
yes.
Okay, sure. I guess you're right.
No. He threw a no-hitter. That was a perfect game.
Oh, or no. I'm just saying in general. That is something that, like,
yes.
Like, they make up reasons to not add people to the hall.
Yes.
And they'd be like, yeah, well, he never had a no-hitter, and other people did. Like,
yes, exactly.
So there's a lot of, you know what? There's a lot of, honestly, pretty fucking terrible pitchers who've had no-hitters.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's, you know, that is not the end-all, be-all of being a pitcher.
I don't think, by no means do I think that Dallas Braden is a bad pitcher by any means.
Mm-hmm.
Dude stood up to A-Rod, great in all accounts in my book. But Dallas Braden pitched a perfect game.
Yeah.
And that dude, I don't think is ever going to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I mean, because like if you look at Yankees pitchers, there are 3 Yankees pitchers who have pitched a perfect game. It is Don Larson, David Wells, and David Cohn. So those players, and the thing is, I'm trying to, obviously Don Larson pitched a perfect game in the World Series, so that's a little different. And also great pitcher. But like, for instance, like David Wells, I'm pretty sure he's been on the ballot for Hall of Fame for a long time. If you can hear the motorcycle, that's on my end. My bad. Can't help assholes driving down the street. It's your
bad. Yeah, no, he started the motorcycle.
Yeah, I just can't help assholes driving down the street. But David Wells is somebody who pitched a perfect game, and I don't ever expect to see him in the Hall of Fame.
Right. But anyway, didn't mean to cut you off. So yeah, John Means threw a no-hitter.
Yes. But God, in my eyes, man, there are so many things. I mean, my eyes don't mean MLB, but that was a perfect game. That's insane. Like, and it's so crazy to me because I know that there's a lot of pitchers. Like one of my favorite, Max Scherzer, he has consistently said like drop strikeout rule is so stupid to him. And like, I honestly don't even know. I feel like that's been in baseball forever.
I think it is.
But like, and I mean, I get it. Like, yes, if that were the case, then you could just like throw it by the catcher and whatever. Like, you know, get it. But to some extent, but it's still ruled as a strikeout. But then there's a dude on first. It's fucking wild to me. But
I don't know.
Baseball.
I think
that's baseball, Susan.
I mean, as I said, then at that point, it's like, well, then how do you call a wild pitch?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
And it's I feel like you gotta, look, if the catcher can't hold on to it, that's the catcher's fault. I don't blame the batter for that either. Like,
no, yeah.
So
more so what I'm saying is like when somebody's struck out at that point, they're struck out. But like when the umpire calls it, it's called. But if they drop it, it's like, oh, they still get a chance to run to first. It's, to me, you look at that, if somebody isn't familiar with baseball and they're just like, wait, but the umpire called him out. It's like, yeah, but he gets the opportunity because the catcher dropped the ball and then he gets to run to first.
Yeah, but I feel like I feel like it sucks, but it was also such an astronomical event. How often on a dropped strike does anybody actually make it to first? Like almost never.
Throwing up the 0 because this is the first time that has ever happened in a no-hitter.
Oh, in a no-hitter.
There were no walks, there were no hits, there were no hit
but
by
I'm
pitches.
saying even in
I'm just clarifying.
Even in a non like perfect game scenario, like how often does anybody to make it to first on a drop strike? Happens maybe like a couple times a year. Like it's very uncommon.
I would say 162 games a year, not counting postseason.
Say less than 10. I'm going to say less than 10.
I would say, well, that's actually incorrect math anyway, because 162 teams, or excuse me, 30 teams, 162 games. That's a lot of separate games that we would have to go into. I would say 1 in every 70.
I think that's even high.
I know, but because like I remember that happened last year in the postseason. So it's like,
I'm looking. I can't find the number right now, but
yeah, and that could be off. Obviously, not perfect.
Yeah, but
now there's John Means. Hey,
yeah, woo. But I was saying, I think that people are like mad at that rule. I've said the same thing about 3 batter rules. I think people are mad at that rule, but it's like 99% of the time it doesn't make a fucking difference. Like people, like the catcher picks the ball back up and throws them out, or like tags them before they even leave the box. Like, so if you want to complain to somebody, really, you should just complain to the catcher. Like that's not the rule's fault. That's the catcher's fault. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I mean, I think that when it comes to that argument, it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of how I would word this, but like, I swear, sure, it doesn't happen 99% of the time, but that 1% of the time, it always happens in like incredibly meaningful games. And that's kind of where it's like, for me, it's always just like, that's why you see it as a glaring, like, not issue, but that's why you see pitchers often discussing that and complaining about it. That's more so what I'm saying. I'm not saying like, if it were me, honestly, I feel like that's where like I might think of getting rid of it.
All right, like, so I actually found. Sorry, not to
no, go ahead.
Not to cut you off.
Still relevant.
Found a thing on Reddit where a guy actually, one of the off-season posts where they talked about it. Yeah. He crunched the math. Happens usually less than once every 2,000 strikeouts that the guy makes it and runs to first and actually gets safe. So at that point, I feel like that's like almost as bad as like outlawing birds in the stadium because of that Randy pitch. Like I don't like that seems like the rule is not at fault. Like that just seems like that's a bad catcher. Yeah. I don't know. Or not even bad, just a catcher who made a mistake. Like at that point, we should be out. We should say, like, well, you know, if somebody dropped the fly ball, I mean, we should just get rid of the infield fly rule, right? Because then, like, what if he drops it? We could have gotten on an error. It's like, sure, I guess. In an astronomical scenario, you could have, but I don't.
An easier argument for that in general, even though I'm on the opposite end of not liking that, it's a team game.
Yeah.
That's like the bottom line at that point.
He didn't get to a no-hitter by himself anyway. Like, he got to a no-hitter. It's not like nobody ever made contact with the ball. Like,
exactly.
So if you...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, unless your perfect game is all strikeouts, then whatever the team does or doesn't do counts towards your perfect game or your no-hitter. Sorry.
Yeah. My whole thing is that, like we had talked about last week with umpires.
Mm-hmm.
If the umpire calls somebody out, that's like, it's for me, that's like an immediate kind of thing to where that's the only issue that I have realistically with a drop strike call, because if they call them out, then at that point, why are they just not out? But again, it's been in baseball for a long ass time. So like
Abner
it's one of those
Doubleday
things.
was actually the first guy to make it on drop strike. And then afterward he said, well, I'm the commissioner of baseball. So this counts, guys. He did it himself and he was like, this is a rule now.
I was like, for a split second, I was like, is he about to drop some fucking knowledge on me right now?
Abner Doubleday didn't. Abner Doubleday's nobody. Abner Doubleday invented baseball. Fuck off. No, he didn't. What did he do?
I thought about that for a moment, and I was like, is Dan about to get this?
Yeah, actually, on my Mount Rushmore baseball players is Abner Doubleday.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so yeah, I guess we had 2 no-hitters this week. That's crazy.
Yeah. And I think that regardless of that, it's historic. Congratulations. I think it was 309 in total, I think.
309 total pitches?
No. 309th no-hitter.
I was going to say, I was like, that guy made it to 300 pitches.
No, that would be John
insane.
Means made it to 300 pitches. That would be insane, and also
that would be a Hall of Fame move by itself to make it to 300 pitches in a game.
I'm looking right now just to make sure.
Sorry, everybody at home, if you're seeing me yawn. I had a very busy day, and I'm a little sleepy baby.
I do just want to say, so. In so let's go far back to like the last first full season. 2019.
Okay.
Mike Fiers, the Angels did a joint no-hitter the day after. Oh gosh, I can't remember his name right now, and that's kind of fucked. What is his name? Oh gosh, the Angels player who unfortunately passed away from an overdose.
Oh, I don't know his name either. Fuck. Well, now we look really awful. So
let me see. I'm gonna. But anyway, the reason why I was bringing that up. Is because Tyler Skaggs. Mm-hmm. Tyler Skaggs had passed, unfortunately, so the Angels no hit 13-0 against the M's. Wow, the M's have been fucked recently. The Astros also collectively had a no-hitter against the Mariners, and then Justin Verlander threw a no-hitter against Toronto. That is what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4 no-hitters in 2019. You know how many no-hitters we've had in 2021 so far?
3?
4.
Did we have 4 already? I know we had those 2. We had the Padres. What was the other
Musgrove, one? Rodon, John Means, Wade Miley.
But
Carlos Rodon with the White Sox.
But okay, was the Rodon one where they said they weren't sure it was going to count because it was 7 innings?
Nope. That actually. So we've had 5. Because that is Madison Bumgarner.
Oh, that's right. Well, I think they said that they're going to consider it a 7 game shutout or whatever.
Dude, it's a no-hitter. A no-hitter's a
no-hitter. I mean, look, I'm not here to debate. All I know is that apparently the precedent for it is that there are 2 8-game no-hit games, but in Cooperstown they're not considered no-hitters. They're considered 8 inning shutouts that were then canceled because of weather.
Yeah.
So that their argument is, well, then it's not a game; it's 7-inning shutout.
Yeah, for me, like I said, MLB can not count it. What are they anyway? The MLB, fuck Cooperstown. Who the fuck are they?
Yeah, I watch basketball. Who the fuck's the MLB?
What does MLB mean?
Michael Jordan was in it? Maybe?
Yeah, he was, yeah. But no, I mean I would consider it a no-hitter at this point. Like 7 innings, 0 hits. There you go. Like it's annoying. My whole thing is that like I understand the 8 inning, like, oh, weather rained out, whatever, as far as like you fully expected to continue to play said game. Mm-hmm. Whereas this, at the beginning of the day, you knew it was going to be 7 innings. You played 7 innings. You did not hit.
Look, at the end of the day, the Orioles got a no-hitter, and they're still last in the division. So I think anybody who complains about the perfect game should just look at the Orioles and say, hey, maybe play better. I don't know.
The Orioles fans have been saying, hey, maybe play better for like years at this point. What are you going to do?
Then fucking say it louder. They're not changing much. So John means, look, the ends justify you. So thank you so much for your no-hitter.
John means, Wade Miley, congrats.
You guys had a good week and that I didn't watch. So nice. I don't know. My brain's so fucked up right now. We're recording this at nearly 1 a.m. Because the Phillies just went to 12 innings and tied it 7-7 and a walk-off for the Braves. Well, made it 8-7, which is awesome. Love seeing that. So we were talking before the podcast started about rules we would add or rules that we don't like. I'm me being in favor of the runner on second. And then we talked about what is a fun segment would be, what is one thing we would add or one thing we would take away from current baseball rule sets. So I don't know. I don't know if there was any specific thing you wanted to add to this. What?
I thought you were just going to be like, I don't know. I don't know what I would add. I don't know what I would remove. I have no idea.
Away. Segment's
Why
over.
Did you bring up this segment?
This is my idea, I think. But yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to start or if you want me to start. If there's any other specific rules you wanted to say.
I pretty much had already said it. I'm trying to think because here's the thing.
No, not on the podcast. You didn't say it on the podcast.
What do you mean? What's going on? What happened?
You said I already said it, and I said, but you didn't say it while we were recording.
Oh, no. I'm saying I mentioned this previously on the podcast. What I will say is the extra inning rule is such an easy, low hanging fruit. And honestly, I don't think that it's going to be a consistent thing that we will see next year and the years after that.
Probably not.
Dependent, really. I mean, a lot of players are not in favor of it, and a lot of management as well as broadcast people have complained about it. The only people who haven't are Alex Rodriguez and Matt Vasgersian.
And this guy.
And it's that's true. That's true. A big MLB is in Dan's pocket.
That's again MLB Network. If you want somebody to shill your new rules, I'm on. Hey, look. I fucking like the 3-batter rule. I like the second base rule. I like 7-inning doubleheaders. Fuck it. Whatever.
And he hates Roflo. Danny Mick. Get Danny Mick in there.
I don't hate Roflo. I hate that he thinks he's allowed to call himself Roflo. That's all. Mr. Flores is what I will call you. You and I are fine. There's no beef.
I was annoyed. Just really quick, I will try my best to make sure that this doesn't go crazy. I saw Roflo talking about.
You saw Robert Flores. Continue.
On Twitter, it says @Roflo. That's why I.
Oh, is that his @?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, fuck off. Anyway,
he was talking shit about people who had said something about the buzzer on Altuve in 2019. Against the Yankees in ALCS. You've definitely heard this theory before.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, just made by literally in the clip before the Astros Yankees series started this week. He was like, oh, I'm paraphrasing here, but
yeah, because I say you're not doing a Robert Flores voice.
I don't even remember what his voice sounds like at this point.
Here's
what I'll do. I'll do it, and then you can try and imitate it after. It was 1 in the morning. Everybody
sure. I'll intimidate him too.
So yeah. Old Danny Mick coming to town. He says more or less, oh yeah, all the fanboys saying that Jose, remember the last time that these two teams met, Jose Altuve went deep off of Chapman because he had something under his shirt or his jersey. Oh, I mean, looks like it was just a theory a bunch of fanboys made. And to just be clear, the persons who brought that theory up was one of his colleagues within MLB Network, literally on the show. So that is where I was like,
who brought that up?
I would have to dig, but it was absolutely like there's a video.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was like Dan Playsack or something.
No.
Although is he on MLB Network now? I don't remember.
I don't.
Okay.
He might be. Anyway, but and I mean, if you want to go ahead and impersonate him.
You know what? I don't want to impersonate him because you know what I think is funnier. You know what I think is funnier. I'm gonna do. Does anybody else? I'll hold it up to the camera. Anybody else think that he just kind of looks like Ben Shapiro sat on a tanning bed?
Back it up a little bit. Yes, he does. Oh my god. Yes.
So I'd like to do like a.
I forgot what Robert Flores.
Ben Shapiro. Like. I think it. Well, I remember when actually, if you remember, last time that he was in the Yankee Stadium, he actually hit a home run and it said a buzzer under his shirt. That's what the liberals want you to believe.
I do want to say
all my friends in middle school called me Rofo. I was actually very cool.
in classic liberal correcting Ben Shapiro fashion, he hit a home run in Minute Maid Park, not in Yankee Stadium.
Well, that's what they want you to believe. In actuality.
Oh man! But anyway,
now I'm gonna sell you some Alpha Brain.
Rule that
is that the Alex Jones
Prager,
one was Alpha Brain or whatever it was called.
Brain, and then he tells everybody to go to Prager U.
That's right. We should get Dennis Prager to on the show.
Is it Prager?
I think it's Prager. What about
like baseball?
Can we hold on? Nobody steal this. I'm gonna do a sketch. Nobody's gonna watch this. It's gonna want to do this sketch anyway. I'm gonna do a sketch about alt-right gamers called Poggers U.
Oh no.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
That dude's an alt-right now anyway. I think I get it in a minute. What's his name? The Poggers face dude? Fuck.
Oh yes, that's right.
This is about non-video type games. This is about real games for real men.
That's right.
But anyway, yeah, no, I think Rofo kind of looks like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, he kind of does.
But
as far as shit, I don't even know. We went off on a tangent there. I don't know how to.
Are there any rules we would add?
Yeah, I know what it was, but I was like, yeah, there we go. Rules added. A rule that I would add. No, I'm gonna do a rule that I would remove first because I would probably say, the challenge rule. I think that the challenge rule at that point, like I said before, I think that I would probably
the challenge rule or the video review rule.
More so the video review rule,
okay.
And that I would revamp that if that's too much of a cop out.
I think it's too much of a cop out. You gotta nix something totally.
Okay. If it at that point, considering, at least by my logic, because the umpire's rule is apparently law, I would just remove the drop strike.
Okay.
At that point, because, and I mean, I kind of had went into it with that, but my whole thing, it isn't inherently like, I don't disagree with you in that the catcher, like, is also just as responsible for the game, and everybody else is just as responsible for the no hitter or the perfect game as the player themselves, the pitcher themselves. But when the umpire, oh, you're ejected. All right, he's gone. There's no arguing that he's gone. Oh, he's out. Oh, no, I can't argue that. The only thing I can do is challenge that. And even then, I would say I only get 2 of those. So at that point, if the umpire's rule word is law, then if the drop strike goes, you're out. You're out.
All right. So you'd remove drop strike. I think I would remove, because we talked about this before. Or I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast or on our Discord. I am against cheating in any form or fashion. Anybody who says, well, it's sort of not policed or it's sort of not enforced, go fuck yourself, you're cheating. I don't care. However, if I was allowed to make one thing legal, I think foreign substances on pitchers would be fun to make legal. Like, if they're using them now, go fuck yourself. I don't care. If you get caught, I hope you get suspended. Fuck you. Yep. It's cheating. But if we made it legal, I'd be fine with that. I would love to see, like, yeah, fuck it. Like,
Spitballs making a comeback.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like, can we just let him out there with a nail so he can scratch up the baseball? That'd be kind of funny. And it'd be like, maybe it's gonna make it harder to watch because people would just strike out a lot more. But honestly, I would love to see a dude just like walk out with a razor blade in his hand and just start scratching a ball right before he pitches.
I just imagine some dudes like, hey, I'm going to put your mama's initials on this ball, so after I strike her out, you can give it to her for me, or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, that would be a pretty funny way to taunt, too. Like, it would just, like a dude's doing pine tar for every ball, and then he looks at you, and he just goes, I don't need it. Like,
yeah, oh, fuck.
Like, what a funny way to fuck with people if you're a pitcher.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'd be a really, really enjoyable thing.
So are you saying you would add, you're saying you would remove the foreign substance?
The current rule is pitchers are not allowed to have foreign substance. I'm removing that rule.
Yes. Okay. That's fair. That's a good one. I like that. I mean, dude, like you and I have discussed this before ad nauseum, but like pitchers use foreign substances realistically. I know that. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I know that like looking at like Garrett Cole when he does the little hat thing.
Yeah.
Like Trevor Bauer's rotation has gone up like 20 miles an hour or something like that.
Like, he hasn't said that it is a foreign substance, but all he will say is, all of the foreign substances you have named, it's not that one.
Yep. As far as what I would add, I'd add the drop strike rule. No, I'm kidding.
I would add it, but it's a drop second strike, actually. You get it in the middle of your count.
I think that what I would do is I would add, I would honestly, and again, tell me if this is a cop out, but I fucking hate the video review rule. I would probably add what I was saying to where when you're reviewing the challenge, God, my fucking arm hurts so much. When you're reviewing the challenge,
Bobby was throwing 90 miles today.
Yeah, sorry guys, I blew my arm out. I gotta get Tommy John.
You think there's ever a guy who blew his arm out need to get Tommy John because he was jacking off so much?
Probably David Cohn in the Mets dugout.
I was gonna say, I was thinking, I was like, do you think that's why Joe Kelly was? Is that a foreign substance if you walk out with your own cum on your hand?
Oh my God, no! This is not a podcast. Holy shit!
Do you think that's why he chucked it through his window?
I think that I would add. Semen to the foreign substance.
I'm just saying, who's gonna stop you, right? Like
if the umpire's like,
if you're in the dugout bathroom, right? And then they're like, okay, look, you got to strike out. Look, coming up, you've got to strike out Mike Trout. All right. And so you go to the bathroom and you rub one out. Who's gonna check? You only need it for the one batter. You can find this and other baseball tips and tricks in my new book.
Rubbing one out with Danny.
No, that's actually a video I'm making. But that one's about the history of erasers.
It's called Rubbing One Out, but it's showing a guy running to first base, like run it out.
Oh no, I said rubbing one out. It's about the history of erasers.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you could hear me because of Discord.
I got you. In case you guys didn't know, Discord, great.
It's not even Discord. It's my internet. My internet sucks. But
that's okay. I would add, oh boy, I would probably just add a completely new like challenge rule. Honestly, I would literally make it so that when a challenge is thrown down, both managers have to fight each other.
Ooh.
Or shotgun a beer. It's just like regular kickball rules.
You know what? I do think that if I think that'd be funny if it, as opposed to like another review by the MLB, it would be funny if the managers could once a game challenge each other on a ruling to a game of rock, paper, scissors or something that has nothing to do with the game.
Like complete chance at this point.
It's like in Blades of Steel, where most of the game was a hockey game, but then like once a match, you would just get in a fight and it would enter a fighting mini game. That's sort of what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
You would just,
I was thinking you were talking about Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell.
No. Blades of Steel, the hockey game on the NES.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a mini game where you send a coach out and you guys have to do rock paper scissors or what's the it's probably a terrible racist name, but what's the Chinese sticks? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
The counting game where it's like, I don't know.
Gotcha. I was like, at that point,
I always heard it was called like Chinese sticks or something. Chopsticks, maybe. I don't remember.
Maybe.
Yeah, I want to know. That would be fun to have a mini game installed in the rules of MLB. My rule that I would add, I don't want to use this one because I said this last season, so I feel like it's a cop out if I just repeat myself.
I'll just fucking do it.
Well, I think there's more that I would add, so I don't want to use this one. I don't want to blow it here, but I have said before, I think that we should make the DH that you can only use a minor leaguer in your DH spot.
Yes, I really, really like that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that you if you want to have a DH, you can only bring up a guy from like AAA, and if you make him part of your like normal 40-man roster, he's not allowed to do anything but DH.
And the other thing about that is I would add a caveat to that, but again, you veto. This is your rule.
No, go ahead.
I would say that if he gets like certain DH threshold, can't be, like if he gets to like fucking like 60 RBIs, 70 RBIs, you pull them. You got to get a new one.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is that like the entire idea of the DH is that they're supposed to be better than the worst player. But I think that if they're better than like the standard batting average or the standard RBI of your team, like then you should have to pull them for somebody else who's worse. I think it's a fun one. But what I was going to say is this is one I thought of actually. You know what? This one's even funnier to me to go to pitchers having foreign substances. Ball sizes are non-standard.
You just see somebody winding up. Then you could just then you could. I mean, I don't understand the complexity of, and I don't attempt to know the complexity of softball. But at that point, relief pitcher, it can be a first woman relief pitcher, or a first woman starter, and it's with a softball now.
Yeah, I think it'd be really funny if it's a little bit like the
video of the softball like all-star who struck out Albert Pujols in 3 pitches.
Oh, I do remember that actually.
And that was when he was like the best player in MLB.
Yeah. By the way, rest in peace, Albert Pujols. That happened this last week. I'm very upset about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if the Angel, like the thing is, he wants to play, and if the Angels don't want to, he's not dead. So we're clear, people who are listening, he's not dead. He just got released from the Angels. He wants to play, and the thing is, if Albert thinks that he can play, then I mean, I believe him.
I would just say I think it's crazy that look, I think that yes, he has not been playing very well, but also like he's fucking Albert Pujols. Like, if nothing else, keep him on your roster because you want to sell tickets. Holy shit! Like,
they know. I mean, you know as well as I why they did that.
Yeah, I know.
It's just
because he has an expensive contract. But anyway,
it's in his last year.
All I was gonna say though is I think that having non-standard ball sizes and materials would be really funny to just like all right, if you have the same ball every time, your 4-seamer is great, but then you get a ball that's a little bit too big or you get a ball that's a little bit too small, that would be fucking hysterical.
Or like a bat that you're trying to bunt and it's like this big, like this tall, and you're just like holding it over a plank of wood.
I'm saying that I don't want to fuck with the batter, but I do think...
Okay, I heard you say, I thought you were saying...
Well, because I'm saying if I give them foreign substances, which makes pitchers better, I want to take away the ability to know what they're throwing, which will make them worse. So I think that will equal them out. So that like, yeah, okay, you maybe have more control over your arm movement, but you have way less control over this thing you're throwing. So I think that's funny.
That is funny. That's amazing.
The parody there is perfect. So anyway, yeah, we should do that.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm picturing like because we just watched. I just watched the Phillies game. I'm picturing Vince Velasquez holding like a golf ball, just like.
Listen, Bryce Harper getting hit in the face with that, probably a whole lot better, honestly, for sure.
Maybe. I don't know.
As long as it doesn't then like the eye
socket. I was about to say, because then it doesn't bounce off anything. It clips you right in the fucking eye and you just like lose it. But see, the thing is like, you hit something like that, if you fucking smack that thing, is gone.
That's going into the next tri-state area, dude.
Yeah, dude. Every fucking base hit would be like a 2-run homer.
I just said tri-state area. I just meant state. I'm tired.
No, it's going to the tri-state area. Every single hit. It's like,
oh yeah,
it's like Mecca. Every baseball travels to one area.
Cooperstown.
That would be fun. Also, hey, you know what? We put magnets in the baseballs. Is that a rule? Can I make that a rule that we put magnets inside and it fucks up everybody? We put magnets. Hold on. Wait.
Breaking news.
Shut the fuck up. This is a great idea. We put in some of the balls, right? Some of the balls where the cork is, there's iron shavings, right? And then underneath home plate, we have a magnet. And then, so like maybe it's only one in every 7 balls, but one of them is going to go, it's going to just.
Oh
that's
my
fucking
God.
great.
Umpires at that point would be like, I'm not dealing with this shit.
And that's when we get robo-umps.
Yep. Super there for that.
Again, listen, Manfred, if you're looking for ways to make this game exciting, interesting to viewers,
Spaceball.
You should just look. geekspaceyt@gmail.com. If you contact me, I will say I got hundreds more like this. You wanna fuck up the game? Baby, we'll fuck up the game. We'll fuck up the game like I'm Snooki. I'm dead ass. We'll ruin baseball.
Oh, yeah. Give us a call.
Yeah. Shoot me a hot text there, Robbie. Ronald, whatever your name is.
Hey Dan.
Yeah.
Guess what it's time for?
Dinner.
Piss missiles of the week.
Right. That too.
I'm gonna have you go first. Is that okay?
You're gonna have me first?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to do NL or AL or I'll do? Oh, I'm not at the answer. I'm gonna do NL. This actually I had a different one, but today, Freddie Freeman solo homered off Vince Velasquez. Fucking awesome. It was like first of all, he was a bit on a super bad cold streak. I think he was 1 for the last 22. But then they said, you know what? What did they say? It was Freddie Freeman against the Phillies. He is 3 for the last 60. Every single one of those 3 has been a home run.
Yep.
They pitched the ball. Well, now he's 4 and 61, and every single one of those 4 is a home run. And everybody, I'm in a Phillies Discord, and everybody was like, "What can you say? We kind of deserved it. He was due, and Vince Velasquez threw a fucking fastball right down the middle. Can't even be mad."
Like I always hear on Yes Network, Joan Cohn always says, "You believe in due, you're due."
You do. Hey, look. See, monkey see, monkey do. You know what I'm saying?
And monkey see this, and I'm gonna go with my NL pick.
Monkeys never get cramps.
I'm gonna keep. Here's the thing, Dan.
All right.
You fucked up, and I'm just gonna say you fucked up because you, resident NL fan.
There's one of me. There's one of
there were 2 pitchers, not 1, but 2 pitchers that hit home runs this week. Okay. And you didn't pick either of them.
I told you I didn't watch much baseball this week.
I know the DH. Oh.
Like
Well, you know what?
I care a lot about
Huascar,
pitchers.
you know
I
what?
care a lot about pitchers. Didn't you just hear my whole thing about adding rules for pitchers? I care a lot about pitchers. Go ahead.
Huascar Ynoa. I believe that's how you say his name.
Mm-hmm.
Hit a grand slam. Ynoa hit a grand slam in the Nationals game, or rather the game that they had, Braves Nationals, 4 days ago. Absolutely walloped. Like near, I believe it looked like it was dead center, close to, yeah, center, gone. Shout out to Jack Flaherty, also hit a home run. And that is my NL piss missile of the week. AL, go.
Another one actually from today. Both of again, I didn't watch a bunch of baseball, so a lot of my baseball choices have been in the last 2 days. Jose Rojas hit a 3-run homer today against the Dodgers, which was kick ass, and it was also cool because it was part of a 7-run inning that the Angels had.
Dude, the Dodgers do not look good.
But like they won. So what the fuck can I say?
Yeah,
it was
like
but that was against Clevenger today.
Yeah.
But that game was nuts. If you guys want to go back and if you like high scoring games, that game ended 14-11. So
Clevenger?
Yes.
The pitcher for the Padres?
No. Clevenger is 100%
Mike Clevenger?
Garrett Clevenger.
Okay. That's why I was like, what?
Sorry. No.
No, you're good. I didn't realize that the Dodgers had a Clevenger, so that's fine.
Yeah, actually, I think that they like to trade back and forth. That sometimes they have Mike, sometimes they have Garrett, and they go back and forth.
Yeah. I thought Mike was an Indian forever, but what the fuck do I know?
You should clarify that you mean the baseball team.
Cleveland Indian, yes.
Not that you assumed he was from
Let's
India.
just okay, really quickly, right here, right now, we're doing this. We're calling them the Cleveland Spiders until further notice.
I don't know them as Spiders. Can we just call them the other Cleveland Browns?
We're calling them the Cleveland Spiders until further notice. It's so much cooler. It's got a Y in it.
Now, hold on. Off the back of the Washington football team, I would love if we could just call them the Cleveland Association of Baseball Players.
I wouldn't be against it, honestly.
I think that'd be fun.
I think that Washington just calls themselves Washington Football Team because they don't have a name for them yet.
Yeah,
right?
but they were talking about just keeping that, which I think it'd be funny if we took all the other names and made them even longer versions of that. Just like, yeah, we're actually what's Chicago's hockey team? We're the Chicago hockey club, whatever. Like,
well, they can't. Wait, is Chicago? Are they getting rid of the Blackhawks?
No, but I was just saying if we changed it.
Oh, okay.
But
I was like, actually is Blackhawks offensive?
Did they license their name? I guess they licensed their name from the tribe.
No clue.
No clue.
But yeah, anyway, AL for me. Before we get to that, I did just want to give a shout out to our boy Kyle Finnegan. All 9 pitches of his immaculate inning 3 days ago against the Braves. Great job, brother.
Yeah, dude.
Great job.
I'm gonna get you on. You're avoiding my DMs. You're like, I don't want to be on this podcast. Says, listen, Kyle, you're getting on here eventually.
Kyle, baby.
Kyle, you cannot avoid this.
Yeah. My piss missile of the week was from a guy who was absolutely red hot this past like 10 or so games. Giancarlo Stanton hit a bomb off of Zach Greinke in the beginning of the Astros Yankees series, made it 2-1. Yankees would eventually end up winning that game. Just Giancarlo Stanton was on another fucking level. I believe the past 2 games, they have held him. He has been held hitless, but like it was also against 2 very good pitchers on the Nationals, so I'm not super upset about it. And Aaron Judge has been playing like shit, but I don't know. It's fine either way. But yeah, that's piss missiles of the week.
Yeah. Interesting. Sorry.
No, you're good. It is very
apparently the Chicago Blackhawks isn't even named after a tribe. It's named after a single guy.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. It's named after a veteran who was a Native American who apparently had that as his title. So, interesting.
Oh, wow.
Didn't know that. Okay. I guess all we have left is what would Junior do? What you get? What's going on? What are you trying to? Is he trying to draw a pentagram? Is he trying to summon a demon into this Discord call? What are you? I don't know what you're.
I was doing it backwards because it'll be flipped.
Oh, gotcha.
So J
D. Okay.
Wait, J D.
This is for all you audio listeners. Bobby's trying to light scribe the air with his fucking finger.
I did it though. I did it now. Go ahead.
If you were one Ken Griffey Jr. and you got to remove one rule from the MLB, what would it be?
As a resident expert of the kid, I don't think he would remove any rules. But that's just me. What is your take on it, Dan?
I think he would remove the rule for having to wear protective headwear so he could wear that motherfucking hat backwards all the time, baby.
Hey! Hell yeah.
I don't actually know if he would. I'm sorry if I'm misrepresenting your views on protective wear, Mr.
Yeah,
Griffey.
we really appreciate you here, kid.
I'm not gonna.
I shouldn't call him kid,
Mr. Kid.
Like he's
listen, Mr.
Kid, Mr. Director Kid.
Yeah. Senior Bambino.
Well, he can't be senior.
I guess Bambino is also a different guy.
Yeah, definitely a different guy.
Well, because Bambino just means kid, so that's where I'm.
No, I know.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening to Spaceball this week. Sorry about all the tangents. Although you know what, I like those. I like them, and we're gonna do them more. If you want to hear more shitty jokes about pitchers sneaking foreign substances into games, I got a ton of them. I'm working on a full hour of only baseball jokes. You can hear it coming up on a streaming service near you somewhere.
Live.
You can hear it. You can hear it live. It'll be on Instagram Live. It's just me speaking into a mic, talking about how much how you guys. Why don't we got cheerleaders in baseball? Because they would distract the players.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Spaceball. We appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe. And see you next
extra
time.
inning, more like extra sinning.
Call me showtime.
Extra base hit, more like extra babes I'm gonna hit on.
I saw a TikTok that said Danny McGill needs a bigger dick.
That's actually, well, you probably didn't see a TikTok. It was a screenshot of text messages with every girl that I've ever met. In one of those We Shop channel things where they edit it all to the dun 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 dun, and it's every girl saying I have a small dick.
Jesus Christ, have you actually had somebody say that shit to you?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, okay, no,
I would burn her house down.
It was meant to be. You know what? I'm leaving this a podcast. I don't care. It was meant to be a compliment.
Should I record myself?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
She didn't say it was small. What she said was, well, that wasn't as small as I expected it to be. Which is like, she didn't say, oh, that's big.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I guess it wasn't as bad as she was anticipating.
You
which
know what?
I was like,
you know what? You were a D's. You were D's. Like,
I was a C student. Apparently a C tier dick too.